Hey guys, Avery here from the channel. Now, today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different with my video, in the fact that you're just going to be seeing gameplay in the background, but I'm going to be talking about something a little near and dear to my heart. But before we go into that topic, I want to tell you all about, just to stick around for the end of the video, because there is going to be a bit of an important announcement about the future content of this channel and everything. So please stick around till the end of the video so I can, tell all of that to you. But the topic I was going to talk about now is the fact of, I recently found out, like I'd say an hour or two ago, that there is Devil May Cry 5. That Devil May Cry 5 is an actual thing. And I am ecstatic to hear that, because honestly, I love Devil May Cry, the entire Devil May Cry series, and I was just on Facebook and I saw an article from at www.kdramasters.com. I don't even know how to say it, but yeah, and the article goes as such. Here's the title: Devil May Cry 5 2015 confirmed after Ninja Theory drops DMC reboot franchise. Capcom's DMC 5 official announcement and teaser may happen on Tokyo Game Show 2014. Now, reading this, just made me so excited for, this game, to even be in, having this small article about it. Because Devil May Cry holds a place being my first M-rated game. Now, yeah, I got my first M-rated game at 13 years old. I played Devil May Cry 1. I'm like, wow, this game is amazing. Went to Devil May Cry 2. Wow, this game is crap. Devil May Cry 3. Wow, this game is even better than 1. And then Devil May Cry 4, which is, wow, this game is pretty as fuck. But that's besides the point. Well, it's not besides the point. It's exactly the point. Devil May Cry 4 itself is a game that would, I'm going to get into that later. But going back into the article and how, basically, Devil May Cry 5 is a thing, I am so excited. And my calmer tone. I'm not trying to be hyper. I'm not trying to be a character I normally am. This is just me talking about something I want to talk about. Now, it's been basically Devil May Cry 5 has been allegedly confirmed, as it says in the article, and it will show the old Dante. Now, for everyone I'm sure everyone who's watching this knows about DMC, about Devil May Cry as a series being rebooted. It was done by Ninja Theory, and it featured their version of Dante, which honestly wasn't well received. I mean, I'm gonna say the same thing I said when Edgar and I were talking about Final Fantasy VII. I've played the game, and I've beaten the game. Now, the thing with that is the fact that I was disappointed in it, but I was able to distance myself enough to still see it as what it was at its core. Not a Devil May Cry game, but an action game, where all you need to do is go through, play the game, and just kill things in the coolest ways you possibly can. Which, when you just think of it that way, it did a good job. The biggest issue was the fact that it was Devil May Cry, and with it being Devil May Cry, it can't be Devil May Cry without Dante. But their version of Dante, yeah, he had some good moments, some character development, but all in all, it kind of just, with story-wise, it was decent. They brought in the whole concept of Nephilim and angels, which I thought was cool, but they did nothing with angels through the entire game, which just disappointed me immensely. Which I always thought it would have been cool to see how they did angels in the whole Devil May Cry universe. But I guess I wasn't going to get that pleasure in my life. But yeah, it did a good job as an action game. I mean, it was much slower than any other Devil May Cry game before, but it's still decent. Nothing on any other levels, especially the levels of DMC 4, which I love, so I'm being a little biased, or unbiased. I keep forgetting which one works, which where. But now, continuing on with the article, which I have right in front of me. Now, it's saying that Ninja Theory won't be working on the sequel to Devil May Cry reboot, as they are working on their new IP, you know, Hellblade. They're working on that, so they're busy with that. They're not going to be doing DMC. Like, they were asked questions about DMC 2 and whether they were going to make a sequel, whether they were going to just drop it completely and just wash their hands of it. Their response was, maybe one day. Now, with them saying this, it goes into something that I've said before about the game, where because of the huge gaps that Devil May Cry itself has been left with, such as Nero, no one really knows about who he really, like, who he is or how he has the blood of Sparta in him. Like, they're like, people, like, allegedly he's Virgil's son, which I think is complete BS. Like, it's just stupid, because, like, Virgil isn't that kind of guy. Like, if anyone has played the games who's even seen Virgil knows, yeah, no, like a prostitute or something, I don't even know. But yeah, they don't explain that. They don't really go into how Nero got his arm, all except that he was, like, I think he was injured protecting Kyrie, I think. But yeah, like, and then he just started hiding his arm out of shame after that, which is demonic power. But it's confirmed by Sanctus that he has the blood of Sparta in his veins, enough to power the Savior, which I think is the name, or I might be thinking of Lightning from Final Fantasy Lightning Returns. But anyway, going back to the article, it says that they reported that after the gamer backlash that the DMC reboot and it failing to meet the financial expectations, Capcom is back to making the game themselves, and that Devil May Cry 5 is in the works as of now. They also noted that fans can expect an announcement in the upcoming TGS, or Tokyo Game Show, in 2014 this September, and Devil May Cry 5 may be released in 2015. Now, I'm recording this, it is August 30th, so, you know, really close. Now, they're saying no plot details have been revealed just of yet, but that Devil May Cry 5 would follow Devil May Cry 4, and it could also follow and expand on the story of Nero, you know, the protagonist of DMC 4, or one of the two, but in my opinion, I liked him a lot, to the point where I would love to see them do anything more with Nero, like expanding on his character a bit. Because in Devil May Cry 4, it's all about him fighting to save the woman he loves, his girlfriend, well, soon-to-be girlfriend anyway, Kyrie, but also uncovering the conspiracy through the people who have basically raised him in the religion that follows Sparta, Dante's father, which was all really cool in my opinion. And Nero, like, he added this whole new layer, because, like, unlike Dante, he didn't have styles, he didn't get new weapons, he just had 3 things. But those 3 things you could do a lot with, especially depending on the enemy, which was a sword, which had this exceed gauge, which you fire, covering fire and sword and stuff. It was cool. And then his gun, double barrel revolver, also awesome. And then it goes to the main trademark of Nero, which is his right arm. His demonic physiology gives him this right arm where he can summon a specter of it. Now, the specter of the arm is important in the fact of when he uses his devil trigger. His devil trigger is a sense of it, instead of it being like previous devil triggers in the game that just, you know, transform your character, he gains the specter behind him that mimics his attack. So each time you hit someone, it would hit them twice, and you gain access to new devil trigger moves. Now, it's really interesting in the fact that originally he was supposed to transform into it, but they changed it to what it is now. And what it is now, if you look at it, it looks very similar to Nello Angelo, or Virgil in DMC 1, in the first Devil May Cry game. And for those of you who don't know, Nello Angelo is a version of Virgil that was corrupted by Mundus, the main antagonist of Devil May Cry 1. And he was corrupted enough to the point where he was just made into that soldier who basically didn't have a free will, but he had enough of who he was before to, like, not act like how demons would normally act, like fighting through ambushes. He would always challenge Dante and have honor. And whenever he saw the pendant that well, Dante's half of the pendant, he would like recoil in pain and agony, and it was really well done. But you know, getting ahead of myself. Like, I'm just saying, I would love to see more of what they did with Nero. Like, he's honestly one of my favorite Capcom characters at the moment. And honestly, if it would, like, I'm like, since it would be in like next gen, you know that we all know it would be next gen because Devil May Cry, like, it's coming out 2015. What 2015 game would come out that's not like next gen? But Devil May Cry games, they've always had a sense of holding up through the test of time, with 2 being the exception, of course. But we don't talk about 2 because we talk about it, we acknowledge it exists. So zip it. Now, on the topic of holding up through the test of time, if you look at Devil May Cry 4, like especially in certain cutscenes, it looks beautiful. Even by today's standards of next gen, it looks really great. And in fact, like, the cutscenes are like choreographed beautifully, and the animations in it are wonderful. And it's just really appreciative, and I'm really excited to see how that would translate into a next-gen console with improved graphics and everything. Like, if you've seen games like Infamous Second Son or like Destiny, like those games are absolutely beautiful. And Devil May Cry 4 took it out of the norm to the other Devil May Cry's in the series, and the fact that it showed off these beautiful vistas. Like you get to the like you first get out of the Fortuna Castle and you go into the forest and you just see like the entire thing rendered and it's beautiful. Then you end up going to fight Echidna. Like, she looks so amazing and there's so much detail put into that. Like, I just can't wait. Like, I'm hoping this game like just doesn't let me down, in the sense that I'm really attached to this series. So I hope the game comes out. I hope the game does well. Because if it does well, they may make a Devil May Cry 6. But let's hope Devil May Cry 6 doesn't turn out like Devil May Cry. Like, I mean, not Devil May Cry, like Resident Evil 6. But I'm getting too far ahead right now. And the fact that my main hopes are that it works in the previous Devil May Cry senses, in the fact that you go through, you collect, you keep the core personalities first. That's what you need. You don't change what you have. What's a good thing? Like in the sense of those, in the sense of the reboots that came out at similar times, we're going to compare the DMC to the new Tomb Raider. Now, Tomb Raider in itself, it has had horrible games in the past, and it was plummeting in itself. So it needed to be rebooted, in my opinion, and it worked out beautifully, you know, other than the fact that you turn Lara Croft into a mass murderer, but, you know, tits, so it works out. But then you have DMC, and you see it and you think, why would they need to reboot the series when it was doing, in my opinion, very well? And the fact that it still has beautiful games, it still had plot and storylines it could have worked out. Like, honestly, I would love, like, my main hope for Devil May Cry 5 right now is the fact that you have more than 2 playable characters, like how they did in Devil May Cry 2, which I really still don't want to talk about. But you could play as Trish, you could play as Dante, and you could play as that other girl whose name I can't remember because hold on, give me a second, I'm gonna look this up. I think it was Lucina. Wait, Lucina? No, that's Lucina is Fire Emblem. What am I saying? Let's see, Devil May Cry 2. I'm searching right now. Devil May Cry 2. Lucia. Yeah, it's Lucia. Okay, I'm stupid. Yeah, but like Lucia. But I would love to see not only that, but like everyone coming together. Like in Devil May Cry 4, you finally see Dante, Lady, and Trish all in the same room. But after that, you don't see Lady until, you know, the very end of the game where you unlock a secret cutscene where she finally pays Dante. But Trish and Dante, they're like a team. So they all work with them. They will work with Dante occasionally. So I would love to see a game where it's like this huge thing where like Nero, Dante, Lady, Trish, they're all together. And maybe, you know, maybe bring Virgil back, because honestly, in my opinion, I don't think he's dead. In a sense, either he's dead, but he can be brought back, or he's not dead and he can still be brought back. In a sense, if you understand what I'm saying. Like, if he's not dead, then, you know, it would be easy to bring him back. If he is, he would take some explaining, obviously. But like I said, I'm digressing. I'm not getting ahead of myself in what I really want to see in the game. But I would love to see like interactions, because especially if you played Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Ultimate, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, you get to see the one interaction Virgil has with Trish, and it shows that he's disgusted by her because she looks exactly like his mother. Now, if they did something like that, like brought back Virgil in the sense that he ended up working with everyone, and you could see like how he looks at everyone else, like what he thinks of them, that would be amazing, because Virgil needs, in my opinion, more depth. Now, but it's going to be set after Devil May Cry 4. And remember, there's a specific order in the Devil May Cry games. The order being Devil May Cry 3, like chronologically, it's Devil May Cry 3, then it's Devil May Cry 1, then it's the Devil May Cry anime, really good, I suggest you watch it. After the anime, it would be Devil May Cry 4, and then Devil May Cry 2. Now, if it's saying Devil May Cry 5 is happening, like set after Devil May Cry 2, like I said in the article, then that would mean it would be set before Devil May Cry's 4 and 2. Meaning the new order would be Devil May Cry 1, Devil May Cry 3, Devil May Cry 1, Devil May Cry the anime, Devil May Cry 4, Devil May Cry 5, then Devil May Cry 2. But even so, they still have a lot of things they didn't explain. Like, I already went on the topic of Nero, but the Devil May Cry 2 ending. Why did Dante go deeper into hell? They never explained that. They also never explained that if it was Dante when Lucia was at the Devil May Cry. If it was Dante's motorcycle or anything, they didn't explain that either. Even though, like, we know Lady has a Lady owned a motorcycle in Devil May Cry 3, Dante blew it up. But Trish also, motorcycle, so it could have been anyone. Literally anyone. It could have been like that guy in the anime, Morrison, for all we know. That's why I don't think they even needed a reboot. They could have just explained things they've already left out in the game. But enough of my ramblings. Like, I just wanted to make a video on basically my excitement on the new Devil May Cry game. Like, on what it can be, on what it possibly can be, like expanding on Nero, expanding on the game, the action we all know and love from the series, of Dante we all know and love from the series, the characters we all know and love from the series. Like, I'm just hoping it won't be like DMC, where it just bombs and like they try to do new things, like when you already have a good formula that works. Yeah, I guess that's kind of all I have to say for the current moment, because we still don't have much information about it. But if you did like this video on just me talking about my hopes and thoughts for the future of the Devil May Cry franchise, then, you know, leave a comment below. Tell me what you may think. Tell me what you think of the game. Tell me if you think Devil May Cry deserves a fifth game. Tell me what you think if, you know, it doesn't. If you do, if you want to see more Nero, if you want to see more Dante, if you even want to see Virgil come back, hey, comment section is open, though. Just try to be nice about it. And so that's it for now. If you want to see more of these more videos like this, or it's just me talking about what I like to see, what I would hope to see, then just, you know, like I said before, which I just said like 30 seconds ago, let me know. Leave a like, leave a dislike, subscribe. And on that note, we go to the announcement I have to make. Jake and Ray, the people who started this channel, are, in a sense, they're starting another channel. Like, I know you've all noticed a recent flood of my videos, my gameplay stuff, which has been taking a break from because I've been busy with like my job and my personal life. But Jake and Ray and like a couple of their friends are starting a new parkour channel. Now what this means is you won't be seeing any more of their like previous videos, like the GoPro parkour videos and such. You won't be seeing, in the foreseeable future, you won't be seeing any more of that on this channel. I will provide a link and everything in the description or in an annotation, whatever, of where you can find their new channel. And for those of you who subscribe because of Jake and Ray, I understand if you don't want to stick around for me. Like, I'm not gonna force. I don't want to like force you guys to do anything you don't want to. So at that point, if you want to hit the unsubscribe button, hit the unsubscribe button. I don't want to waste anyone's time here. So I will give you the link. I will give you all the information you would need to go and follow them like you came to this channel for. Now, for those of you who want to stick around, well, I can't promise I'll be good because I honestly don't think I'm very funny. But if you still want to see Jake and Ray on this channel, well, I plan on trying to get them in like a lot of videos, like, you know, maybe a couple full Let's Plays, you know, with maybe 4 people. Like I was thinking, like they both play and they're both fans of the Borderlands series, if I'm correct. So maybe like Borderlands a pre-sequel? Who knows? Maybe it's a possibility. But that's currently it for everything. Thank you, thank you all for listening. Thank you all for hearing my ramblings, and thank you all if you've been sticking around, and if you plan on sticking around just to see if I end up getting any better. If you do, thank you a lot. But if you don't, well, I don't blame you. I never saw myself as that good anyway. But anyway, this has been Avery, and now I will leave you all alone, internet. Talk to you later.